Hello everybody, I'm Caio from Caio Games, and today I'm going to be talking about a mod, more specifically Cracker's Wither Storm mod. Created by No Names Crackers, this mod attempts to achieve the absolute brilliance of Minecraft Story Mode's original Wither Storm. And I'm going to be talking about why I think that this is a brilliant mod. But don't worry, even if you don't care about the mod, I'm going to be talking about some tips and tricks to survive the Wither Storm. So let's begin talking about... Okay, so before we even talk about the Wither Storm, I just want to talk about spawning the Wither Storm. Because, yes, spawning the Wither Storm is also cinematic. So cinematic, it has its own part of the video. Okay, but beginning off, you begin by spawning in. And you have two options. You can gear up or be brave and already start fighting the Wither Storm. I recommend gearing up and collecting a few things for the battle, maybe some diamond armor, maybe some enchantments, but that's not what's important. If you decide to fight the Wither Storm, you will be able to enter a house. This house contains a few things that could be useful, like books or enchanting, but later you can climb up and make it to the balcony where the Wither Storm is not awake. If you place the last Wither Skull on it, then the fight begins. Then when you begin the fight, you gain the achievement. Nothing built can last forever. Not only is this a nod to Ivor's saying that nothing built can last forever in the original Minecraft story mode, but it also makes tension, since you just unleash something that will cause mass destruction. Anyway, your best priority at this point is to run, because in a few seconds the Wither Storm will be chasing you. So I want to talk about the theme. Seriously. The Wither Storm theme, yes, that's actually its name, perfectly encapsulates the fight. It begins slowly, showing that the Wither Storm is charging up for a massive fight. And then it begins. The rhythm gets faster and it becomes so good. I can't use the original because, well, copyright reasons. But you can listen to it on YouTube. Just look up Wither Storm theme. And you should do that after this video. And then the Wither Storm begins its rampage. Everything runs from it. Everything, I mean. Zombies, skeletons, creepers, pigs, animals. And they have a good reason to be running, because this thing can suck up anything. Mobs, blocks. It can even suck up the subscribe button. Yeah, so I just want to say subscribe to my channel, please. We're so close to 50 subscribers. And when we do make it to 50 subscribers, we will be doing a special video ranking every level in LEGO The Incredibles. But back to the video. The Wither Storm begins sucking up blocks, growing exponentially, until it becomes a monstrous, true Wither Storm. Well, it was the Wither Storm already, it's just the real, most iconic form of the Wither Storm. Then you have to literally run for your life. There is nothing you can do at this point. Your best bet is to go inside a cave, which is what I recommend. But be careful, because the Wither Storm is literally chasing you. And it will make it so that rocks begin falling. Unless you can prepare another portal, caves are your best bet. Also, there are two items that can help you in this battle against the Wither Storm: the amulet and the phaseometer. The phaseometer is crafted like this, and it allows you to track which phase the Wither Storm is on. The amulet is crafted like this, and it allows you to see how far the Wither Storm is. But the Wither Storm will track you with much more consistency and won't be distracted anymore. And also, you have to wait quite a while, or maybe an hour or two, but eventually you can make it to phase 5. Now the Wither Storm is much bigger. Also, here are some tips to survive the Wither Storm if you're on the surface. First up, trees and other objects can be very useful. The Wither Storm can't pull you up if you're under a tree. Also, shields can help a bit. Water buckets are very useful if you get picked up, and for the Wither Storm to drop you, you have to shoot its eyes until one of them breaks, or it just shakes you off. And also, the Wither Storm gets distracted with fireworks, so you can use that to be able to escape from it. There's also a block that launches fireworks that's crafted like this. But that's all the tips I could give. Anyway, back to phase 5. That's phase 5, you can finally damage the Wither Storm. Because after a while, the first mini-boss appears. And it's the Withered Symbiote. The Withered Symbiote is one of the best fights. Because it is so cool. First up, the terrain. The Wither Storm eating up all the terrain can make it quite tricky to fight him. Also, the Withered Symbiote's theme, Bound by Darkness, is a banger. Seriously, you should definitely go listen to it. Also, the fight itself is great. The Withered Symbiote sends out various magical abilities, like summoning Wither Skulls, summoning bow shots, and it can even summon withered mobs. Yes, those exist for some reason. Anyway, eventually you'll be able to hit its back, which is its only weak spot. I'm pretty sure that it's most of the time when it's doing its enemy summoning thing. But eventually you can beat it and craft the Formidabomb. The Formidabomb is crafted with a super TNT, which is crafted like this, which uses the command block book, the enchanted command block book to be specific, which is dropped by the Wither Symbiote. Now the Formidabomb is super good because it can literally blow up the Wither Storm. All you need is for the Wither Storm to see it, and when it begins eating it, yeah, it explodes. But be careful, you can die due to the explosion. So watch out for that. And then, you might think you won. I mean, what else is there? You just blew the Wither Storm to pieces. There's no way the command block survived. Or is there? That's right, the Wither Storm came back to life, and now your best bet is to just get out there running, because now the Wither Storm has multiple bodies. And that's not the only new thing, because this new thing called Wither Sickness can appear. It did happen in the first phase, though it was much less common. The only way to cure Wither Sickness is with Golden Apple Stew. The only way to craft Golden Apple Stew is with a Golden Apple, obviously, Suspicious Stew, a Magma or Slime ball, and also any Withered Mob drop. Once you drink it, it will take about 5 minutes to cure you. But be careful, because you can get this multiple times. Anyway, now you need to wait for another Withered Symbiote, and you may be thinking, there's a lot of waiting in this fight. Yes, but I just think that makes the fight even better, because you are constantly feeling the fear of the Wither Storm catching up to you. If the fight was just bam, beam, boom, beam, bam, and you beat it, then there wouldn't be much tension. But since there's a lot of stuff happening, and there is a lot of threat, you need to strategize and get out of there. It's constant trauma of the Wither Storm. You also have various things to do while this happens. and various threats to deal with. Anyway, back on topic. Now you need to beat the withered symbiote again, and once you do, you can get another command block book, and then you can finally craft a command block tool. After that, the achievement Every Cloud Has a Silver Lining appears, giving you finally hope to beat it. And at phase 7, a hole appears. This isn't just any ordinary hole, it's the hole that allowed you to get inside the Wither Storm. Now, the best way to enter it is by putting an ender pearl on a crossbow. Yes, that's a thing you can do in this mod. There's a lot of stuff you can do in this mod to shoot yourself into the Wither Storm's giant head. And then once you enter it, you go into the belly of the beast. Literally, that's the achievement. And then you can finally do it. You make it to the command block, and with your tool, you can smack it to start the final fight. Now a ton of withered mobs appear, alongside tentacles, a withered symbiote, and 2 heads. Once you finally manage to beat it, the Wither Storm finally comes crashing down. And once you get the Nether Wither Star, which also exists in this mod, you can finally get the last achievement. It's simply called One Story Ends, Another Begins. Yes, you finally finished the tale of the Wither Storm, and now you can finally start a new story. And the start a new story is really what you should do next, because now you can craft a withered beacon. These withered beacons have a larger effect range than normal beacons. Not only that, but with a few support beacons, you can make it so that you have an infinite effect range in north, south, west, and east. All you need are a few support beacons to do it. But you can also resummon the Wither Storm like this. All you need is to put 3 Wither Skulls and you can finally go back to the beginning. So why do I think the Wither Storm mod is so good? Because it feels like it would be what a Wither Storm would feel like in Minecraft. It creates tension. It creates emotion. It's very good. It's one of the best mods I've ever seen. Not only that, but it creates strategy. You're finally brave enough to go into caves and strategize ways to take this thing down. It's very, very good. But tell me your opinions on the Wither Storm mod. Make sure to comment down below what you think about this mod. And I want to make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to be notified of when we make our 50 subs special. Goodbye and see you all next time on Caio Game.